Shapai. Welcome, everybody, to NAFBA5. And the emergency pizza.
Hello everybody, welcome back to NAFBA Below the Ankle. I'm here with my co-host Elias Gilbert, and today we are going over the events of the most recent NAFBA, NAFBA5 Inc. game. We will immediately get into the fights here, because this is very important, and it purely determines playoff seeding going to the wild card round. Here are the seeds.
This song is hard.
Versus Lucio was a very important game and a very good opener to NAFBA5. It started with energy, and it started with the determining of seats 1 and 2. The winner of this game would go into the first seed and be able to sit out next NAFBA as the guy, for a bye round.
They just don't play the wild card round.
Yeah. As the buts.
It was a very good game. Lucio is a very equal opponent to me. Similar weight class, not like I had to really punch to get his off. Pretty even.
Well, I really hope you didn't have to use your hands at all.
I really did. Okay, well, you can shut up. But what really went good for me is that makes me 5-0, automatically clinching the first seed and getting my bye week. That was amazing. That was awesome. That felt really good, especially after missing NAFBA 2, the Ides of March.
It's good for me because I have a little tech slave for next NAFBA.
I think we both kept up to each other really well. There's no major conference I'm not sure what's so far on. And now, we got to really see the date what's gonna be the Universal NAFBA slipper coming up.
Pretty good, pretty even fight. Set our seeds 1 and 2.
Jack will be taking the number 1 seed, and Lucio will be what? Number 2? Yeah.
To get into Chris versus Zach, we need to stop and talk about today's events and the special half times that we did today. Jack, would you like to inform them about the differences that were made this NAFBA?
So we did a little thing. So instead of having one individual halftime, we had an intermission in between each round that really gave each other
Speak up, the mic cannot hear you.
Gave each other some time to zen and connect with ourselves. So we did tug of war immediately. That was pretty frustrating. We did it twice. Yeah, it could have gone so much worse. For some reason we did captains instead of just organizing the teams in like a manner that would be efficient, and both teams would be equal, because Cooper made a horrible draft. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Valentine.
It was not very
no.
equal. But okay, really, basically, this NAFBA, as you know by the name, Ink game. And basically, it's kind of like Squid Game, and so we did tug of war and 2 other events that we'll talk about when we get to them. And the tug of war, as Jack just explained, very not perfectly balanced, but it was super entertaining, and we will be playing that right now.
Use body tension, tighten your core.
And the men here in the front will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go! 6, 7, 6, 7!
Oh my, whoa! No! What the fuck?
We have Christopher Ketchum!
Chris, sit down.
And in the blue corner we have Zachary Willis!
Yeah! Alright. What are these walk-up songs?
This was an interesting match for Chris, as he was able to make it all the way to 6 rounds. Any thoughts?
But he hasn't been like that ever since he played against Lucio for the battle for the border. That was the last time he ever did anything in NAFBA. That was insane. I think that this could be the comeback of Chris, especially with the new beast mode Chris that we got introduced.
That was, yes.
Hypoxia Chris, where he kills his brain cells through deoxygenation. Yes, that's a pretty scary thing. Imagine your opponent is willing to kill brain cells to look intimidating. And we obviously saw.
Even still, he just looks stupid.
Yeah, like, Zach should be a complete counter to this man. His entire playstyle is completely weak to getting your foot just jammed off, which Zach introduced some new strategies that I don't even know how Chris adapted to, because he introduced a grapple and hook, where he would grapple onto his slipper, and then he would slowly push it off, instead of trying to just grapple and pull.
Yeah,
So he used 2 feet at once, which I can't even walk and chew gum at the same time. Like,
I'm gonna have to bleep something that you say every single nap. But yeah, Zach actually was able to deploy some new strategies, putting some new things on the field. But one nice thing about this match, as many Chris matches tend to be, it was a completely clean match. The only minuses were to getting a slipper knocked off. 3 was actually very interesting, with Chris knocking down Zach. This may be Chris's first knockdown
since NAFBA 1, it is actually his first.
since the very first NAFBA, almost, what, 6 months ago now? He's improving. However,
9 months.
how,
It's been
what was
9
that?
months.
What was that? It's been 9 months? Anyway,
It's like a whole pregnancy since this guy got knocked out. Baby's been born.
however, equivalent exchange, or rather inequivalent exchange, because after one knockdown on Zach, Chris proceeded to get 3 knockdowns in a row and KO. Poor guy. But he was able to make it to round 6, and he's clearly having fun. Gave us one of the most entertaining rounds in NAFBA, especially one of the more entertaining rounds this NAFBA, and this gives him what seed?
This gives him the 6th seed, which he could have clinched the 5 seed if some like crazy situation happens, including him winning. But
What?
but no, Zach keeps himself in the 5th seed. 4th seed, which means he'll play John, and then he'll play Jack if he wins that. So I have some pretty tough opponents headed up against me. Chris is gonna face Hudson Hopek. He's had weakness to him. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but once we get universal NAFBA slippers, we'll see. Maybe that changes something for him, and maybe he can go on and he'll face either Lucio or Cooper. That'll be interesting. Just that whole bottom part of the bracket. So yeah, I think the road ahead for both of these is pretty cool, pretty good.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, let's just head right into red light, green light.
Red light, green light was a fun little event between Chris versus Zach and Cooper versus Hunter. In that one person from the eliminated team of Tug of War was able to be resurrected. Now, I thought they were going to make an intelligent, smart, coordinated choice, but they chose Christopher Ketchum,
Beast mode crit.
the guy who is currently killing his brain cells.
The food
And
fanatic.
Was entertaining. Basically, red light, green light was it's red light, green light. That's pretty much it. And after all but 2 people were eliminated, we ended the game, and well, the rest of it you can see right here. Let's play the clip.
I'm nervous, Zach. Hey. Green light. Oh. Red light.
I think he moved.
Yo, red light.
No.
Green light.
Go, go,
Wait,
go.
am I still in my house? Yes, sorry. You're good. You're fine. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Red light. Sacrifice him in front of the camera. Got him. Hold on.
Chris, no, stop.
Yo, give me a second.
Yellow light. Oh, okay. We're not done. Green light. Red light. Green light.
1 minute.
Red light. Green light. Fuck. Red light. Oh!
Get him!
Obliterated and when two people left.
And that leads us directly into Cooper versus Hunter, the new guys on the block. Now, Cooper versus Hunter was an interesting match because we were on a tight schedule. Cooper had very serious, urgent business to attend to and needed to leave pronto. And so, without a real big proper intro for either of them, we hopped right into the fight, seeing how these new members would could cause ripples in the NAFBA pool. How do you think about this fight?
Yeah, whoever won that game got the 7th seed, and I think Cooper pretty much made the statement there with 4 straight knockdowns and only 1 penalty. Yeah, Hunter did not stand a chance.
Poor Hunter.
Like, I see Hunter. He's very hesitant to make a move. I think I can work with him, and I can get him ready for next season, okay? Cooper looks solid. He's aggressive. He just has some form issues that I would like to make up before he faces off against the Lucio Salazar, which could eat him alive if he does not fix it. But other than that, he only had 1 penalty. He understood the rules of the game. I think he actually does have some pretty good chances. Yeah, alongside Hunter, Hunter has the power. I think he has a little more mobility than some of the other guys in them legs. So yeah, I think we have a chance here.
Yeah. Hunter just needs to be a little more ballsy when it comes to his strategy. He seemed to get intimidated by Cooper, and just in general.
His
just
personality,
Cooper.
which if you're watching the background clips, you'll figure that out.
Cooper added some spice to this NAFBA, but really, like many 4 knockdown in a row matches go, there's not much to talk about in this fight, and we're happy to see Cooper in NAFBA5 as the 7th seed, and this fight wraps up with Cooper as the winner. Now, with Hunter versus Cooper ended, we can move right on into the final thing of Ink Game.
The Glass Bridge.
Glass Bridge was a failure of a halftime event.
Yes. Okay,
It was sad.
We should have thought about it.
We
With any amount of brain power.
didn't
before
put any.
We could have done like hide and seek, or we could have done the actual Squid Game, and it would have gone so much better.
Yeah.
Because we added like two people, and then that ended up biting us in the ass.
Yeah, it was no, not even that. Just the way the Glass Bridge works ended up getting us in the behind. So Glass Bridge sadly was not very good, but Tug of War and Red Light Green Light were great. Glass Bridge ended up, we all kind of came to the consensus that 1 person got eliminated from Glass Bridge. The last 3 people, 2 people got resurrected from Red Light Green Light, where they were brought back in. Sorry about not talking about that. Anyway, Glass Bridge, 4 people went into Glass Bridge. 1 man was slaughtered. So Hunter, Ajon,
and Lucio.
Hunter, Ajon, Lucio. Those 3 will.
In the red corner we have Asian Billy.
Whoa! We gotta move that out.
In the blue corner we have Hudson Open.
Brad, you just had.
Into the final fight we go. Ajon versus Hudson.
This was an interesting match. There was quite a bit of controversy because Hudson's a complainer, but
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we're going into this match. There was quite a bit of controversy. Hudson has very wide feet for no reason. So every shoe that you give him that's his size is like that, and then it's really difficult to get off. But despite that, there was some controversy about Ajon leaning back, which Ajon's a big guy. That'll happen. But yeah, there was definitely some situations I think where he ended up pretty far back, which were reprimanded by penalties. But having a lot of penalties in matches it never looks good. I don't know how that's going to change because Ajon's going to be facing Zach, which last time he had 4 issues against Zach.
We don't have the clip anymore. I delete them all because of space.
I can just do a screen recording of the YouTube video.
No. Anyway, we know what Ajon versus Zach looks like.
Yeah, and then yeah. So Hudson stays at the 3rd seed. Lucio stays at the 2nd seed. I go to the 1st seed. Those were the 3 big changes that were bound to happen. Something was bound to happen there, and turns out it did. Yeah, the kind of back half was kind of stagnant. There's very few very hypothetical situations that it could have happened. But yeah, Ajon ends up actually taking this one, and that was a very successful Ajon game. It really kind of comes full circle when he finally beat Redmond, almost beat me, got into overtime, and then finally defeats Hudson and goes 2-3, ties with Zach, but tiebreaker because he lost to Zach.
Yeah. And let's tie back and talk about those controversies. Basically, the biggest controversy in this match for Ajon and Hudson was actually about leaning back and just how to handle intentional prolonged disengagement, different maneuvers that you're not sure what to do about. Basically, in the game, we have put in multiple penalties against stuff like maneuvering your body out of position to give yourself advantage over people, or getting out of the game for an extended period of time. And you have to think about those penalties. If somebody is doing prolonged disengagement, you should not go forward and encroach on them, because then you're still getting a penalty. You just gotta wait for them to come back after their penalty. Basically, the biggest upset was the very first round with Ajon versus Hudson, where Ajon had a big intentional prolonged disengagement, bringing his foot way up and back. Hudson then went way forward. He put one of his feet down on the ground, lifted his butt, and encroached all the way in, getting a footrest, encroachment, and glute disengagement, all in a very short amount of time, giving it a -3 on a round, which is hard to get unless you get a knockdown. And so intentional prolonged disengagements have now been set to a -2. And Ajon actually got 2 of those during this fight. And we will continue to tweak and balance these penalties to make sure rounds are as fair as possible. And then just how to judge these is also an important topic. But all of that aside, Ajon came out on top above Hudson to everybody's surprise. And Ajon is the winner of NAFBA5. This places him in, what did you say earlier?
This places him in the 5th seed.
This places Ajon in the 5th seed, and we will see how all of these seedings and locations of everybody on the bracket will play out in NAFBA6. Coming to you in
mid-October.
Literally.
We're gonna aim for mid-October, then finish off the season in November.
The video is gonna come out. We don't know. Anyway, these the outcomes of all these fights have led into the rest of the playoff season, and NAFBA Season 1 will be ending within the next 3 or 4 months, and NAFBA Season 2 will start up once again. Come back and join us in NAFBA 6, and so far I think that's all we got.
Thank you for watching. See you later.
This is just getting more awkward.